Let's have an honest grown up conversation about intimacy, specifically about the positions that many women genuinely crave, not because of something they saw in a movie, but because these positions actually feel good, build connection, and honor their pleasure. We're talking about five sex positions women enthusiastically want more of, and why they matter not just physically, but emotionally and relationally. Each of these has roots in understanding female anatomy, clitoral stimulation, and deep trust. Position 1. Modified missionary with a pillow under the hips. When we talk about sex positions that are truly satisfying for women, we have to move past performance and into precision, precision of anatomy, of connection, and of intention. The modified missionary position is one of the most underestimated yet most requested positions for exactly this reason. Let's start with anatomy. Most women don't experience orgasm from vaginal penetration alone. In fact, studies show that fewer than 20% of women consistently reach climax through penetration without any external stimulation. That's why positioning matters so much. It can quite literally make the difference between discomfort and deep, resonant pleasure. By placing a small pillow or wedge under the hips during missionary, you tilt the pelvis upward. This changes the angle of penetration, aligning the penis more closely with the anterior vaginal wall, which is where the G-spot area is located. This angle can also allow for more consistent pressure on the clitoris from pelvic grinding or pubic bone contact, which is key for most women's pleasure. But the modified missionary isn't just about physical access, it's also deeply emotional. Eye contact, synchronized breathing, gentle kisses, and the ability to whisper affirmations and feedback in real time all contribute to an experience that is not only erotic but also emotionally bonding. For women who enjoy being emotionally connected during intimacy, this position can be a favorite. It balances control and vulnerability beautifully. Furthermore, it allows for responsive feedback. You can adjust rhythm, depth, and pressure easily while maintaining visual and verbal connection. Ask her what she likes. Look for cues in her body language and breathing. Use your hands to explore her thighs, waist, chest, or clitoris, all while maintaining closeness. What makes this position so desirable is its balance of physical stimulation and emotional attunement. It feels deeply connected but also hits the anatomical spots that matter. It's easy to get right, easy to adjust, and easy to make more or less intense depending on her needs in the moment. This is a position she doesn't just tolerate, this is one she asks for, again and again because it makes her feel seen, safe, and completely satisfied. Position 2. Doggy style, with proper support and angling. Doggy style is often misunderstood. In movies and media, it's portrayed as rough, fast, and impersonal. But for many women, when done correctly with intentional angling, communication, and support, it becomes one of the most deeply satisfying positions. Why? Because it allows for both physical intensity and a new kind of psychological vulnerability that, when respected, can be incredibly arousing. From an anatomical perspective, doggy style allows for deep penetration and direct access to the anterior vaginal wall where the G spot is located. This makes it a prime position for G-spot stimulation, something that many women crave, especially once they've become familiar with how to activate that zone. The curved angle of penetration can also create more friction in places other positions don't always reach. However, here's where technique is everything. Proper support, using a pillow under her chest, having her rest on forearms instead of hands, or placing a bolster under her knees can make a world of difference in comfort and stamina. Without this, the position can feel tiring or overly intense. With the right support, her body can fully relax into the motion, which is crucial for pleasure. Now let's talk about rhythm. Faster does not always mean better. In fact, many women report the most pleasure from a slow, grinding, almost circular motion rather than hard thrusts. Adding clitoral stimulation, either with your hand or a small toy, can completely elevate the experience. Why? Because vaginal penetration alone, even from the back, usually isn't enough to cause orgasm. But when paired with external stimulation, this position becomes one of the most orgasmic for many women. Psychologically, doggy style creates a different energy dynamic. She's exposed, vulnerable, and not making eye contact. For some, that can be incredibly erotic, but only when trust is present. This is where your energy matters. Are you attentive? Are you checking in? Do your hands guide her gently at the hips, or do they grip without care? Women notice the difference. When done with awareness, doggy style makes a woman feel not just desired, but devoured in a deeply respectful way. It's intense, it's primal, and when paired with care and communication, it's a position women don't just tolerate, they beg for it, because it satisfies both body and fantasy. Position 3. Cowgirl, her on top, facing you. Let's talk about control, not in a dominant, submissive sense, but in terms of sexual autonomy. The cowgirl position, where she is on top facing her partner, is one of the most empowering positions a woman can experience. And that's exactly why so many women deeply desire it. At the heart of this position is freedom. When a woman is on top, she has full control over the depth, rhythm, and angle of penetration. This is not just about preference, it's about physiology. Every woman's body is different. The angle of her cervix, the sensitivity of her clitoris, and the location of her G spot vary. By being in charge of the motion, she can adjust until it feels right, not just tolerable, but intensely pleasurable. This position also makes clitoral stimulation much more accessible. Most women need consistent stimulation of the clitoris to reach orgasm. Unlike positions where she's underneath, in Cowgirl, she can grind her pelvis instead of thrusting, rubbing against her partner's pubic bone, or using her hand or yours to add direct stimulation. That grinding motion, rather than an in and out movement, is often exactly what she needs to climax. Another reason this position is so favored, it encourages eye contact and emotional closeness. She's looking right at you. You're able to hold her hips, her waist, her breasts, offering grounding support while still allowing her to lead. It fosters both sensuality and trust. When a woman feels safe to express herself sexually, she becomes more confident and uninhibited. That's where true pleasure lives. Now, here's where your role matters. Don't try to take control. Let her set the pace. Your job is to be present, attentive to her movements, her breath, her cues. Encourage her. Tell her she looks incredible. React to her rhythm instead of trying to control it. This is where active listening meets intimacy. The cowgirl position isn't just about novelty or visual excitement, it's about function, freedom, and when a woman asks for this, it's because it allows her to prioritize her own pleasure while staying emotionally connected to you. She wants to take the lead, not just to please you, but to finally explore what truly pleases her. Position 4, spooning. Side lying. When we think about intimacy, we often think about closeness, both physical and emotional. That's exactly what makes the spooning position such a deeply loved and frequently requested position by many women. It's not flashy, it's not acrobatic, but it delivers something a lot other positions struggle to: comfort, connection, and consistent pleasure. In spooning, both partners lie on their sides with the man behind the woman. This position minimizes pressure on joints, eliminates physical strain, and allows both partners to relax fully into the experience. For women who may deal with pelvic floor tension, hip sensitivity, or lower back pain, this position can be a game changer. But the physical benefits are just the beginning. From an anatomical standpoint, spooning allows for deep penetration, especially into the back vaginal wall. This can stimulate the posterior fornix and other internal erogenous zones. But the real magic comes when it's combined with external stimulation, specifically clitoral touch. Because both of your hands are free and your bodies are in close alignment, you have the perfect opportunity to stimulate her clitoris gently with your fingers or even a small vibrator while maintaining penetration. This dual stimulation, internal and external, is one of the most effective combinations for female orgasm. What also makes this position so powerful is how emotionally safe it feels. There's no pressure to perform. She doesn't have to hold herself up or contort her body. Her partner is literally wrapped around her, protecting her, supporting her, moving with her. That feeling of being enveloped, of being held, speaks directly to the nervous system. It tells the body you're safe here. And when a woman feels safe, her body can relax. And when her body is relaxed, she can fully receive pleasure. Spooning also allows for moments of soft communication, kisses on the neck, whispered words of encouragement, slow breathing in sync. All of these things activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the part responsible for rest, connection, and orgasm. So when a woman begs for this position, she's not asking for something lazy or passive. She's asking for depth in every sense of the word. It's about being close enough to feel each other's heartbeat and slow enough to actually enjoy the ride. Position 5, Lotus, face-to-face sitting. There are sex positions that are physically stimulating, and there are those that are emotionally The Lotus position, where both partners are sitting, often cross-legged or with one partner wrapping their legs around the other's waist, is one that offers both. It's a position many women crave not because of how wild it is, but because of how connected it. In Lotus, the partners face each other, chest to chest, arms often wrapped around one another. This full body closeness is not just intimate, it's regulating. When two bodies are pressed together, like this, it allows for synchronized breathing, shared warmth, and deep eye contact. These are all powerful activators of the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for rest, connection, and yes, orgasm. From a physical standpoint, the lotus position is incredibly versatile. It allows for moderate penetration, not too deep, which is often more comfortable for women, and easy access to the clitoris through grinding. Because the motion here is less about thrusting and more about gentle circular pelvic movement. It allows for consistent clitoral contact, which is essential for most women to climax. But this position is also forgiving. There's no rush. There's no intense movement. It encourages slowness and presence. You can kiss, whisper, moan, and adjust without losing physical contact. This is what makes it so beloved. Many women say they feel completely held in this position, physically, emotionally, and even this position is also incredibly grounding for women who may feel overstimulated in other positions or who need emotional connection to unlock physical pleasure. For women who experience anxiety, body image concerns, or have a history of disconnection during intimacy, Lotus can be a healing experience. It brings everything, attention, energy, and presence into the here and now. And your role as her partner, be still sometimes. Let her move. Support her lower back with your hands. Hold eye contact when it feels right. Say something affirming. Let your entire body say, I'm with you. That level of presence amplifies everything. When a woman begs for this position, what she's truly asking for is presence. She wants to be wrapped up in the kind of connection that leaves her feeling not just satisfied, but deeply seen, safe, and loved. Final thoughts. The truth is, women don't beg for positions in isolation. They crave the positions that make them feel seen, feel safe, and feel sensational. Positions that give them room to communicate, to feel, and to explore. Men, it's not about performance, it's about presence. Listen, adjust, ask her what she likes. Use these 5 positions as a guide, but let her body and her voice lead the way. Because the best lovers aren't the ones with the most moves, they're the ones who make every move with her in mind.